Are you looking for a new football news app? I've already told you for the last 2 months that I'm looking for a football news app. Why are you still asking me this question? Then make sure to check out OneFootball down in the description below for all of your football news, transfers, and rumours. Whether you're a Liverpool fan, a Barcelona fan, or even an Alfreton Town fan, it has them on it as well. Just get it downloaded. So, hello there everyone and welcome, it is Nirid here, and today it is time for yet another carnage-filled cheat engine experiment. Because today we have randomized every single league on FIFA 19 career mode. Every single team is in a random league on the game. We are managing Chelsea, and you'll see in a moment that they have been allocated to the Bundesliga. There's been a lot of people asking me to do this for quite some time, and the results are gonna be amazing. Over in the Premier League, we've got Alveda, we've got Arsenal still there, Atletico Huila from Colombia, Bologna of Italy, Funchal from Portugal, Galatasaray, Sundsvall, Hamburg, Elfsborg, Internacional, and so on and so forth. In the Championship, we've got random teams as well. In League 1, we've got random teams. League 2, every single league on the game has been completely randomized. Oldham Athletic are playing in League 1. That is unbelievable. Wimbledon are in the Bundesliga. Shandong Luneng now play in Italy along with St. Johnston. Japan is the new home of Mansfield Town. Cardiff have decided to relocate to Mexico, while Scotland is now where we find Barcelona. The only things that haven't been randomized are the rest of the world section and the international section, obviously. That would really absolutely break everything. We've even got New York Red Bulls and Red Bull Salzburg in the same league. I'm liking that symmetry. But if you go on to enjoy this video, slap a like on it and subscribe if you are new to the channel. It's the big red button under the video and it massively helps me out. We're back to breaking FIFA 19 career mode once more, and if you think this is an unusual occurrence, sadly you'd be wrong. In the top right of the screen, there'll be a playlist later on where you can binge watch some more of these experiments. But for now, we need to explore. We need to see what sort of carnage we can create here. The first thing I'm seeing is that we're meant to be competing in the Community Shield, which I find interesting given Chelsea are now in Germany. I don't know where City are. I actually am not sure what league Man City are playing in. Okay, so having searched for Aguero, Man City are actually in League 1. So they've at least remained in England. So at least there's a possibility that they could have actually reached a Community Shield. However, for ourselves, I don't really see the legitimacy quite as much. We're in the Bundesliga, for crying out loud. The Europa League seems to be going ahead as planned, same as the Champions League, I imagine. Chelsea have still been drawn. We're in the Community Shield. How can we be in the Community Shield? We're not even in England. Here's the Bundesliga, though. This is the league we're going to be competing in Germany with Chelsea. We've got AFC Wimbledon in here, America, Chelsea, Derby County, FC Turn from Switzerland, I think, Frosinone of Italy, Christiansund, Melbourne City from Australia, Middlesbrough, Morecambe, Ohod Club, Marseille, Munster, Reading, Zaragoza, Grossbach, Tromsø, and Wycombe Wanderers are in the Bundesliga. So after all of that and playing in a Community Shield we're not even meant to be playing in, we've flipping drawn it. Meanwhile, the Bundesliga season's kicked off with a win against Real Zaragoza. Look at, just take it in. Reading are top of the Bundesliga. We've done some things in our time on this game. I think this eclipses a lot of it. There was hardly any big transfers at all in that first transfer window. Jerome Boateng went to Atletico Madrid. Who even knows what league they're in? Just confirmation, you can sim games during this experiment. We're at home against Tromsø. We've beaten them 4-0 here in the Bundesliga. We go into the final game of the season and we're playing AFC Wimbledon. For anyone who was wondering, the kits haven't changed. The branding's still the same. There's a Bundesliga game happening at Stamford Bridge. There was a Premier League logo on the stadium. Chelsea walk out at Stamford Bridge playing AFC Wimbledon in a Bundesliga game. Fair play, it's got all the branding. It's kept it all the same, which is good in fairness. But they haven't even got the right kits. They're still wearing the Premier League kits. They've still got the Premier League logo on the badge and on the stadium. So our league league ends with Marseille taking the top spot by 1 point over Chelsea. Middlesbrough finished third and in a Champions League spot at a Frosinone of Italy. Derby County and Reading finished 5th and 6th in the Bundesliga, may I remind you. And it's Melbourne City, Club America, Real Zaragoza and Ohod Club. Relegated were Wickham and Morecambe, Christiansund also at risk. We've reached the final of the German Cup, or the DFB Pokal. We're facing Lyon there. Al-Shabaab were in the semi-finals. Big ups the Shabab massive. The Champions League is going to be all normal because it's seeded, but Juventus are playing at Tottenham Hotspur, and over in the Europa League, Arsenal are facing Barcelona. But the other leagues, this is going to cause some interest as well. So in the Austrian League, Valencia finished top. The Belgian Pro League was won by Napoli ahead of AC Milan. We got Huddersfield there in 5th. The Premier League didn't happen. The Premier League simply did not occur because there was only 17 teams in it. That makes sense. The Championship isn't happening either because that's only got 15 teams in it. I don't know how we've lost 9 there. League One as well also didn't happen. 18 teams only there. And finally League Two, because they only had 13 teams in it, didn't happen either. SD Eibar won League On. What? How in the Al Hilal finished second and Roma third? In the second tier of French football, Leicester beat Real Madrid. I'm sorry, no. How has that occurred then? Yeovil Town finished down at the bottom below Irish side Cork City, Shrewsbury and Blackpool. The second Bundesliga was won by Sporting and then Lyon in second, so they'll be getting promoted. And in the third tier of German football, it just didn't happen. The third tier was cancelled in Germany. Guangzhou won the Irish League. Of course they did. Serie A was won by Atletico. They beat Hertha Berlin and Mainz. Then it's Spal, Morense and Utrecht. There was only 18 games in Calcio B. The Eredivisie was won by Brazilian side Grêmio, then Leeds United and Hellas Verona. Spurs finished 7th in the Norwegian League. How do you even manage to do that? The Scottish League did, and Barcelona cleaned up as you would expect. Meanwhile, in the league they left behind, the La Liga was cancelled too. However, the second division of Spanish football did happen. Kortrijk won it. How have they beaten the likes of Schalke and Frankfurt? I've got to say, this start menu is not looking good, first of all. There's no tabs again. Why? What is going on with the Bundesliga, people? I don't understand. Why has our league been cancelled? What's going on? How have we got City in the Community Shield again? What are you on about, fam? Kante suspended. How are you... N'Golo. How are you suspended? The season hasn't even started yet, mate. I sort of understood it before because it was seeded and it didn't matter what league we were in. But we've just competed in the German Bundesliga and DFB Pokal. Literally, how can we be in the Community Shield again? We've won this time. I mean, that's all hunky-dory. Brilliant news. This is the German equivalent. We've played the Community Shield and now we're playing the German Super Cup, which is basically the German Community Shield. We're facing Marseille. We've beaten Marseille. Marseille, stop signing players. Stop. You played your one and only game all year. Brilliant news. The Champions League at least still exists. We're facing Eibar, Internacional and Midtjylland in Group H. And here it is. Here is the draw. Out of all the things that would have broken in this experiment, I would have expected it to be the Champions League. There's more Brazilian teams in that draw than there are English teams, and it's literally a European competition. Alright, I've loaded up a backup save because we can't advance in the Chelsea one, and I've chosen an Austrian team. Are you titting me? All I'm trying to do is sim through 5 seasons. How difficult can this be? Alright, ladies and gents, we're in the year 2023, which means we're 5 seasons in. We're playing in the Austrian League at the moment at the helm of some random Dutch side. The Premier League is still broken. The Championship is still very much broken. League One has suffered a similar fate, and so is League Two. All of English football has just been cancelled. League One is still going, and Real Madrid have now won the league over Leicester and then Roma in third. Over in the Bundesliga, Lyon have won the league at Monaco, Fiorentina, Sporting and Chelsea. Then it's Marseille, Derby County, and Real Zaragoza. The third tier of German football, though, still hasn't happened. So the likes of Burnley and Inter still locked down there, unable to really do anything. Köln are your winners of the Irish League. Serie A was won by Ghent of Belgium ahead of Utrecht. Atletico Madrid only finished 12th in the Serie A. I don't know why they did so badly compared to the other teams. Serie B now has 13 teams in it. I can't remember if that's what it had before, but regardless, it's got the same teams in there. I think some of the leagues, genuinely, like promotion and relegation is just broken, so some of them are just staying in the same place. Scottish Premier League was once again won by Barcelona. La Liga just didn't happen, but the second tier did again. I think the second tier is broken. Honestly, I don't know what's going on anymore. Turkish League didn't happen. American MLS hasn't happened. The Mexican League is going on at the moment, and Tranmere Rovers are 6th at the moment. There's only 9 teams in this league. How is it even happening? The Australian League's been won by Paris Saint-Germain in their same league as St. Mirren and Werder Bremen. K-League is being won by Estudiantes. Saudi Arabian League's been won by PSV again. Meanwhile, Bristol Rovers are top of the Brazilian League. Big ups yourselves. And then in the Chilean League, Liverpool are top, ahead of Ajax and Sevilla. Meanwhile, in Colombia, West Ham top the league ahead of Swansea. How are Bayern 5th? I'm looking at Bayern's team, and they've still got good players. They've still got plenty of above 85 rated players, or above 80 rated players at the least. That's the final action, though, of today's FIFA 19 cheat engine experiment. Once again, we have firmly broken everything. I hope you have enjoyed this one, though. I don't even know where to begin with it, really. If you have enjoyed it, though, slap a like on it and subscribe if you are new to the channel. It's the big red button under the video, and it massively helps me out. You can also follow me on social media these days, too. My Twitter and Insta are at @theofficialfng, and links are down below. But it's been a pleasure ranting at you guys today. Have a great day, enjoy yourselves, and goodbye.